Well, hey folks, this is Fat Guy Flies RC coming to you from the Man Cave Studios. And this is the version 2 FMS 70mm YAK 130. This is new to me. It's not a new plane, but it's new to me. And the only thing I've done to it to mod it is I've cut out the canopy here to where I can make it easier to put my battery in there. I've given her a KM model afterburner inside there, and I've given her a clear coat. But other than that, none of the servos, everything, all is stock. So, take her out in the field, let's get some flights in, have some fun. I'll be checking the battery after each flight. So we'll seat you out in the field, we'll meet you out there, and we'll have some fun. We'll seat you out in the field, we'll meet you out in the field. Bye. Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, here we are at the Avon Park Field out here, very early morning. Gonna do the morning maiden flight on the YAK 70mm 130. Got a 3500 Hobby Star 6S in there. Also got an AR, actually a 8-channel Spectrum receiver. I got the nose wheel gyro engaged. Also have safe AS3X Plus, and then of course right now I've got no gyro because I'm going to trim it out, and then I'll turn the gyro and all that on. We'll go over, get up the flights in. We'll go over both flights in one video back in the man cave. So. Oh, don't forget, I've got the shotgun mic, so if it seems like I'm yelling at you, I'm not. I'm just trying to talk to the shotgun mic. So, right, left, up, down, right, left. All right. Take her up, get the maiden flight in the books.
AS3X mode, trimming mode, gyro is off.
KM model afterburner inside there. One of their version 5s. Plane has never been in the air, so this is the maiden flight.
Take off flaps.
Alright, timer set for 3.5 minutes.
Starting the fun over.
High rates. Whew. Shake this new plane jitters off. Alright, here we go. Got camera precious on. Video. Definitely need some up trim. I got her trimmed out now.
AS3X mode.
Take it up.
Landing flaps. The gear is down. Time remaining.
Alright. Like the way she's flying. I like the flaps mix. I don't think I have a mix actually. All right, definitely a very successful maiden. After I got it all trimmed out. Let's see what she can do. All right, Takeoff flaps again. And like I say, we'll share everything back in the man cave after the flight. I will do a battery report here. Alright. A little bit of elevator needed for inverted.
The gear is down.
Good flying jet.
Landing flaps.
I like those landing flaps.
30 seconds.
Alright, braking is not all that effective, but it does slow it down.
Motor all chilled out.
Alright, y'all watched the unbox and build video. You know that I had to carve some out of the canopy to get the canopy to work. I can change a battery out quicker without having to fight the wires so much. Let's check the battery, and if we've got enough, we may go up again. What I want to do, let's check the battery first. %. Okay, we're going to go up again. What I want to do is put those, because she kept wanting to lower on me or dive. So I'm going to move the battery back just a tad bit more. Okay. See if that doesn't help the situation. Didn't really move it back that much. We shall see. We shall see. Alright. So I had the timer set for 3.5 minutes. I definitely can do 4 on the 3500 6S. So.
Motor hot. Gonna burn the boy.
Motor hot, gonna burn the boy. I am flying with the rate with the tank. We'll keep the timer going. Alright, let me adjust the elevator back again. Get that a little further back up and see if that doesn't help. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Take off flaps.
Take off flaps.
No. Still need a little bit of up trim. So putting the battery, the battery back a little bit.
The gear is down. Landing flaps. Braking. Cruise mode.
So she did need a little bit of up trim, but she's flying like she's nose heavy.
Motor all chilled out.
But I pretty well got that battery back as far as I could get it. So 3,500, I mean, it's a smaller 6S, so, but that's okay. She flew great. She flew absolutely wonderfully. All right, we were a minute and 10 over on a, sorry.
You said 3.5.
3.5.
Starting the fun over.
So we flew for 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So let's check the battery now. Now that we've flown some more, see where we're at. 28%, so that's perfect. I've got the battery as far back as I can possibly put it. So, and with the gear down, CG is 80 to 85 back from the leading edge route. And she's still, I'm putting my fingers right between the two, and she still feels like she's wanting to be slightly nose heavy. And with the gear down, pretty well good. Maybe still want to favor nose heavy, but not as much. Which makes sense because the gear fold backwards. So, all right, well there you go. That is a very successful Maiden on the FMS 70mm YAK 130. I got the KM model afterburner in there, version 5, and this is a good flying plane. Y'all would have watched my unbox and build video. And that was the Maiden flight. First time I ever had her in the air. Good flying yak. Sounds good too. All right, we'll see. We'll get another flight here in just a little bit. And of course, I'll make that a whole separate flight. So God bless y'all. We'll see you in a little while. Bye-bye. Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right. We had some great fun flying the FMS YAK 130 70mm. Have a lot of fun with it today. Got some different flights in with it. And I tell you what, this sucker flies great. Let me show you the gear real quick. Got that beautiful KM model afterburner inside there.
Motor all chilled out.
All right, let's go over our, well, you know, since we got it right, got the gear down. CG on the plane is 80 to 85 millimeters back from the leading edge root, which is where I've got some glue marks underneath there. And I got the tanks on, got the gear down, and even at the most forward CG, she still wants to act like she's going to be nose heavy, but that's okay. This isn't a death Dorito, and that's where the battery is far back as I can possibly shove it. What I've got in there right now is a 3600 Turnigy. I think it's got an ADC shoved all the way back. The plane comes with an EC5 connector. I'm using an adapter, and I've got an 8-channel Spectrum receiver in there. So that's why I cut that canopy out. That way I've got room for my wires and everything. Now I could get a little more fastidious in there, or if that's a word, and really get the wires anchored down and maybe not cut so much canopy out, but I don't want to have to fight with it. And I'm afraid I'd have to fight with it and put pressure on this mechanism to have it so tight. And I don't mind losing that part. So that's just me. Let's go over our rates with it. My normal flying rates. I do have AS3X Plus on board, but I flew at my high rates the entire time. Ailerons were 85%, okay, a 30% expo. Elevator, 95 with 30% expo. And rudder, 100%, but with 40% expo. Flap systems, this is what I picked, and it seems to work perfectly. Flaps up are negative 100%, no mix.
Takeoff flaps.
Takeoff are 0% with a 3% down elevator mix. Landing are 50% with a 6% down elevator mix. And that seemed to work just absolutely perfect. Just a small amount. If you look very closely, you can see that elevator change. I mean, it's very subtle. Very subtle, but I can see it from my angle. It's just a little bit. All right, 2-second deployment. Let's go to forward programming. Okay. Gains are one-time gains. The gains themselves that I picked for roll, pitch, and yaw are 30, 40, and 60. Priorities, all at 100 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Heading, didn't do anything with that. Stop lock, all at 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. And the release rate, I left it at default to 55, 55, and 75. Okay. The nose wheel gyro, I have it obviously set with my to turn on when the gear is up. The gains, however, one thing I have found, you're better off not tying it with your gain adjustable gain channel, because I left that alone, but I have the rate gains, set at 40% with a heading window of 50%, priority 1 at 180. So it doesn't matter how much I've got my gains on the flight gains, no matter where they're at, the correction on that nose wheel gyro is only going to be 40%. And let me prove that to you. Okay, that works independently. I'm going to turn the gains all the way up on the flight controls. Look at how much deflection. I mean, you can really hear them gyros working. Okay, now I'm going to turn those flight gains all the way down where they shouldn't be doing anything, and see there's nothing. Okay, they're not hardly moving, not really moving at all, but that nose wheel gyro is still going back and forth to its 40% window that it has. And because the ground gains on the ground is going to be different than flight gains. That's why I don't want them, I don't want the gains being adjustable with the flight gains. I want this to be by itself. Now, if there's a way of doing it in flight, I don't know, but I like that by itself. That's why I don't, in this screen here, when you have your gain channel select, if you pick inhibit, then you can do the rest of the nose wheel gyro. It won't be subject to the gain of the flight gains. So other than that, that's the only change to the nose wheel gyro setup procedure. All right, I would have checked the battery after each flight. Initially on the Maiden, I believe I set it for 3.5 minutes, and I discovered that honestly, on a good 3.5 size battery, 3.5 6S or a 4000 6S, that 4 minutes, you can get 4 minutes all day long on the batteries. So that's why I ended up setting my timer for 4 minutes, and I came back at 20-30% or more on each of the flights. So there you go. And if I remember right, on the speed test, I had this little sucker up to 115 mile an hour on a regular LiPo. Actually, on this LiPo here, this 3.6. At 115 mile an hour. And of course, that was in a deep dive, straight dive with the wind. But into the wind, if I remember right, it was like, I don't know, it'll be in the video, but I want to say it was like 90 mile an hour, something like that, 85 or 90. That's into the wind, straight and level. That's pretty darn good. And it was a strong, windy day. So, well, there you go. That is the FMS YAK 130 7mm, and absolute, this is not a sponsored plane yet. FMS did not send it to me for review. I bought this because I wanted it. I wanted to compare it to the free wing version one, which I have, which that I bought too. And we'll do like a comparison, kind of shootout, like who sounds better, who flies faster, that sort of thing in the upcoming weeks or so. But there you go. God bless y'all. Don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, and FMS YAKs. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.